Hello, Bro Dude and Dudettes. This is Brody, aka Bro Dude. Welcome back to Bro Dude Official. And if you remember, we last ended the last episode with the first bracket of the SpongeBob bracket, first portion. So we're gonna wrap it all up in this episode, starting with and if you didn't see the first episode, go watch it now, because I'm not gonna be explaining what the episodes are this time. You just have to know. I'm not gonna give a description of each this time. I'm just gonna state which one and why. So go back and watch the last episode if you haven't watched it already. Starting off with Frankendoodle versus the Krusty Krab training video. This one was honestly a really easy one for me. I had to go with the Krusty Krab training video. Frankendoodle was a very, very funny, good episode, but I think after watching it a lot of times, it kind of wears off. And, you could say that, that's a little bit unfair because, watching a lot of times, of course, is going to wear off the effect. But there's a lot of SpongeBob episodes that don't do that with a lot of watches. So, I don't think I'm being too unfair to this episode when I say Krusty Krab training video is the overall better episode. Moving on to Wet Painters versus the camping episode. I really definitely went into this one thinking that the camping episode was going to come out on top because I've loved that episode for so long. I mean, it's just such a great episode. But I actually went with Wet Painters. I just think something this one is... I guess it isn't underrated because, a lot of people do talk about this episode. But I don't know. I don't think it gets as much love as it deserves because Wet Painters is I think it's really up there as one of the best. And that's why I chose that one over the camping episode. Very close, though. And this is an absolute crime that this has to be right here. Because yet again, this could be in the finals if they're on separate sides of the bracket. We have Chocolate Nuts versus Band Geeks. And I went with Band Geeks. Chocolate Nuts is an awesome, super funny episode. And I think maybe even a tiny bit more funny than Band Geeks. But Band Geeks, I think, has premises are about the same, but, this sweet victory, that gives it an added bonus, and just, Squidward getting his revenge on Squilliam. It's just such a great episode. That's why I went with Band Geeks. Even though it was a tiny bit less funny than Chocolate Nuts, and it still has great comedy. These are probably two of the funniest episodes in SpongeBob history. So moving on, another crime of a bracket has to happen. We have Christmas Who versus Squilliam Returns, and I went with Christmas Who for this one, just because really it's a very funny episode, very sweet episode. Squilliam Returns also a very awesome episode, but it just doesn't stack up in comparison to Christmas Who. So moving on, we have Rock Bottom versus Graveyard Shift. Two tonally similar episodes, but I went with Graveyard Shift for this one. This bracket was the easiest to compare. Rock Bottom versus Graveyard Shift because they're very tonally similar, but I think Graveyard Shift is the overall better episode. It's just funnier, and it just has a higher quality. So I went with that one. And then moving on, we have Plankton versus Karate Choppers. I went with Plankton on this one, a very, very close one. I almost went with Karate Choppers, and I was thinking that for a little while. But Plankton really just has a great introduction to Plankton, of course. And so that's why I went with that. And one of the only season 1 episodes remaining. I think the only one. Then we got Club SpongeBob versus Something Smells. I went with Something Smells on this one. Club SpongeBob, I always thought it was a really, really good episode, and don't get me wrong, it is, but yet again, on second glance, there's not too much to this episode, and I think Something Smells is just a lot funnier. Then we got Just One Bite versus Squid on Strike. I went with Just One Bite for this one. I think Squid on Strike is a good episode, but yet again, after watching it so many times, it does wear off. Just One Bite, though, it doesn't. It's a very, very funny episode. And so that will conclude this part. And so we're moving on. And we are moving on here to the next part. Is we got Krusty Krab training video versus Wet Painters. So for this one, I had to go with Krusty Krab training video. Wet Painters is a very funny episode. I think Krusty Krab training video a little bit funnier, and the premises are about equal. So that's why I went with Krusty Krab training video. Then we got Band Geeks versus Christmas Who, which, man, that's just sad. It's just sad. Christmas Who is a great, awesome. I mean, you really couldn't ask for a better holiday special, Christmas special, but I had to go with Band Geeks. So close. I mean, yet again, these could be in the finals with each other. So yeah, I had to go with Band Geeks though. Just, I mean, a tiny bit funnier and premises a little bit better. So then we got Graveyard Shift versus Plankton. I had to go with Graveyard Shift for this one. Plankton, it is a good episode, but it honestly shouldn't have made it this far in the bracket. It got lucky. It's a very good episode, don't get me wrong, but compared to all the other episodes on this list, it's just not, it just doesn't stack up. Especially to Graveyard Shift, one of the stronger picks. Then we got Something Smells versus Just One Bite. Very close one here, but I went with Something Smells. Just One Bite is a very good, very funny episode. Just Something Smells is a little bit better. The final four, as we got Krusty Krab training video versus Band Geeks. This is a tough one. Alright? Krusty Krab training video and Band Geeks are two of the funniest episodes, along with Chocolate with Nuts. I mean, these are just such hilarious episodes. And then, but yet again, just the sweetness, the sweet victory of Band Geeks just overcomes Krusty Krab training video just by a tiny bit. Although Krusty Krab training video definitely deserved to make it to the semifinals. Then we got Graveyard Shift versus Something Smells. But being honest, yet again, I think that Something Smells sort of fluked its way to the final four. It's yet again a very, very good episode, but pales in comparison, just like I said with Plankton, pales in comparison to the others on this bracket. So definitely the Graveyard Shift for this one. And so then we got the Graveyard Shift versus Band Geeks. And this one was very close. Band Geeks, a very awesome, very funny, very sweet victory-y. Yes, that. Graveyard Shift, super funny, great concept, really very rewatchable. But in the end, my winner is, drumroll please, Band Geeks. Yeah, that's right. Band Geeks is your winner, just by a very, very small margin, but I think Band Geeks is definitely deserving of this #1 spot, and it's very telling of Stephen Hillenburg's skills. And I know this is a very common favorite episode, but it definitely is my favorite episode. I hope you guys enjoy this bracket, and I hope you leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bro Dude.